Hi, I'm Chaplain Byron Denman, and this is Chats with the Chaplain. I'm not sure how many of you are tracking, but yesterday, Denver had the hottest September 6th in their recorded history. It broke records for how high the temperature was. And in Colorado Springs, the temperature was likewise pretty warm. As I was driving back from the Denver airport dropping off a house guest, I had to keep my AC on in the car. I had to make sure that I was stopping in shade where I could because it was so hot. I was miserable. And tomorrow, Denver is going to have a high of somewhere right around 37 degrees, and both the Springs and Denver could end up with significant snowfall. It's crazy how much the span of 24 hours or 48 hours can shift the weather. We're still in the 80s right now, and it's possible that tomorrow we won't even reach 40. And for me, I look at this situation, I think, man, so much stuff could get ruined. If somebody's not tracking this for some reason, or it slips their mind because today's such a beautiful day, maybe they leave something outside that should have been brought in to be protected. Right here beside me is a tent that my kids have set up, and they play in it, and we just kind of leave it out when the weather's decent. But we'll have to put it away tonight, just because we're not entirely sure what the evening or what the nighttime will look like. Also, if you've got a hose connected to your house outside, you should get out there and disconnect the hose. You should do this to protect your pipes from freezing. If you've got water stuff that you need to shut off or move around, now's a pretty good time to do that. We can be prepared if we are paying attention to the Weather Channel or some news broadcaster or your app on your phone. Whatever it is, we can be prepared for some of these crazy huge temperature swings. But we can also be prepared for the temperature swings in those people around us. I don't know about you guys, but there are times when I know I'm about to be in a bad mood. Maybe it's because I've had 3 or 4 long days in a row, and the day that I've just had was a little bit too much. On those days, I can come home and kind of like the weather app makes the projections for snowfall, I can tell my wife and my kids, hey, I'm pretty tired and emotionally I'm spent, so there's a chance that I'm going to be in a bad mood today, and I don't want you guys to get the brunt of that, so be patient with me. And that little bit of a forecast can help my family to understand where I am, what's going on in my mind, and maybe how they can prepare themselves for our interaction. Just like taking in all of the outdoor toys will help protect them from the snowfall that we might or might not receive tomorrow, my family can protect themselves from the storm that I'm bringing. I know that you guys have seen some of those people in life whose moods shift suddenly, but there's almost always something going on where they would have been able to predict it. And if we pause just long enough to have a good conversation with them every so often, or if we ask them more regularly, hey, how you feeling? And we pay attention to their responses, then maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to avoid being at the brunt end of somebody else's winter storm. I'm Chaplain Byron Denman, and make sure you bring all of your outdoor stuff inside tonight, because the weather's about to get frigid.